good. It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills. Finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Abathur top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting on the 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by Regen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the heroic division semifinal matchup between Texas A&M, the number 2 seed, and the number 3 seed, Pridestark Gaming. Unfortunately, I had prior engagements tonight where we missed game number 1. These teams are currently in the match right now, waiting to hear the result of that one. I still don't have it myself, but we're going to bring you game number 2 and a potential game number 3 in this best of 3 set tonight. So if you're looking to see the semifinal action, you're in the right spot. Just hang tight. We're going to find out what's going on. But in the meantime, these are 2 amazing squads. Very tight-knit between the teams that they both exist as. Texas A&M playing in dorm together. Been in NGS for quite some time. Of course, you got Pridestark Gaming, recently sponsored before this season, formerly Team Freelo, and it looks like I'm just getting word that Texas A&M won game number 1. Let me update the scoreboard live for you, as they won on Cursed Hollow, and it looks like map pick is going to go over to Texas A&M, and they're bringing us to Volskaya Foundry for game number 2. All right, let's go, because this is for a spot in the grand finals of the heroic division, and neither of these teams wants to go home. You got Pridestark Gaming now, backs up against the ropes. Captain Hollis going to try to rally the boys. Skigum, Richard Gere. You got French here right now. They're going up against Hello, Edgardo, GL, Mazono, Sparky, and Space Bacon. I had the pleasure of casting their first round matchup. Tithel joining the match here for Pridestark. But, I mean, Pridestark, in a best of 3 set, you can't lose 2 in a row or you're done. And then, hold on one sec. Hold on, let me type to these guys. Set first pick to... Cool. But holy smokes, we're here in the midst of a semifinal matchup. It is late, 12:30 a.m. on the East Coast where I reside. Up late, really wanting to watch this action. I even took the shades off tonight for you guys because that's how serious this match is. Got to get all my vision onto this semifinal here. Texas A&M 1-0 lead. They won on Cursed Hollow. I don't know what they picked. I'll maybe try to go back and do like a replay cast, or one of our other casters will potentially try to get that match aired to you guys in some form or fashion. But game number 2, Volskaya Foundry. Let me check my notes. Did we go here last week with Texas A&M? No, we played Cursed Hollow. They won that against Bad Manners. They also won on Infernal Shrines. So we haven't seen Texas A&M on this map here during the playoffs. Let me just mark this really quick in my book. Okay, we're ready to go. Left-hand side, we got Texas A&M. On the right-hand side, oh, let me switch my scene for you. On the right-hand side, we got Pridestark Gaming. Pridestark Gaming first to ban in this matchup, as it was the pick of Texas A&M. So much on the line, obviously. Volskaya, Foundry, and the first ban here is going to be Mephisto. So I just got done casting the Heroes Hype Amateur Series Cup, and didn't see any Mephisto come out. Didn't see any Asmo bans come out. A completely different meta, but the Kerrigan ban, that was priority frequently. So not surprised to see Kerrigan taken away. But Mephisto and Asmodan still targets here in the Heroic Division. Final ban of the top half. Texas A&M on the clock. They're going to get rid of Maiev. Catch up writing some of this stuff down for you.
Do your worst.
That's Urel picked early. Diablo's still on the board. Tyrande still on the board. Early Urel, though, perhaps a Malthael, who I've seen trying to counter this Urel frequently, is still available. So a potential Malthael pick here as well before the next ban phase. Do they want that Diablo? That's a question here. I don't know, in my opinion, not the strongest on this map, but always strong as Diablo. Instead, it's going to be Hanzo. They will take the Tyrande. Heading us into picks number 2 and 3 for Pridestark Gaming. Having their solo lane, they can start looking at some of these other pieces. There's the Diablo, and they're going to take a Zarya, who I just cast on Cursed Hollow. We're Reborn. We're able to run some Juice Pirates with Zarya. We'll see if Zarya can get any sort of value here. The shielding, but this is a triple warrior setup for Pridestark Gaming. Will be very tanky here, and Hanzo is going to have a hell of a time trying to get through some of these health bars. We'll see what kind of hero they can bring, but that Malthael still on the board would be a fantastic option for the side of Texas A&M if they want to take it. We'll see if they can find it here in this draft. White main banned out. Trying to remove some of those supports. And it's going to be Jaina taken away, so Malthael still an option if Texas A&M wants to take it. At this point, I think your best bet, you grab your Malthael. You need your tank. Perhaps a Muradin would be decent here. And then some other front line to help out that Muradin, because this front line of Diablo, and then you go with Leoric, actually. It's going to be Johanna. Okay, so trying to blind out a bit. Zul'jin, Lily. What is going on here for Pridestark Gaming? They're bringing out whatever they have left. Down a game here in the semifinal. Lily is going to be their support. Zul'jin, a ranged auto attacker that you don't see too much of. The Rainer was still an option there. Instead, going for the Zul'jin. Going to see if they can use the Zarya shielding to keep him on low health and get a lot of damage out. Junkrat, the final pick for Texas A&M. And now comes the time of the draft, when I set my focus to you guys out in chat. Who do you guys think is going to win this one? If you want to vote for Texas A&M, hashtag TAMU in chat. If your vote is for Pridestark Gaming, hashtag PSG in chat. Personally, oh man, this is tough. Space Bacon on a support that he's loved to play lately. Can Johanna get value? Is there enough there? The blinds and picking that Zul'jin directly into the Johanna. Question mark for me. I think I got to give it to Texas A&M in my opinion, but I do not want to count Pridestark Gaming out. This is a very, very strong team, and they know how to get themselves out of holes. Will they be able to do it here in game number 2 up against Texas A&M? That's the question at hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the Heroic Division Semifinals. On the left-hand side, we got Texas A&M, the captain, hello, playing on the Junkrat. Space Bacon on Tyrande. Mizono playing Leoric. Sparky on the Johanna. And rounded it out, Edgardo GL on one of his favorite heroes, Hanzo. On the right-hand side, we got the competitors down one game with their backs up against the ropes. It's Pridestark Gaming. Richard Gere on the Lily. Skigum playing the Zul'jin. French on Zarya. We got Tithel on the Yrel. And the captain. You know him as the main man. It's Hollis on Diablo. Level 1 talents on your screen as we watch the action unfold here in the mid lane. Johanna trying to do what she can to set up some wave clear, but it's gonna favor early game at least for Pridestark Gaming. You see them with this Zul'jin. He's got a pretty good bit if he can land those spinning axes that he throws out. And Lily, probably the biggest question mark in the game just because it's Lily. Wednesday getting a bit of a buff with that balance patch, but today it's just Monday, and Lily does not have that inner kit yet, so potentially the last time you're going to get a look at Lily in this form. Will she be played well enough by Richard Gere, provide enough oomph that they need to shut down some of these auto attacks that Hanzo puts out? But he's in the scatter arrow build, simple geometry, already at 10 stacks is Edgardo GL, and he's looking at this first turret camp with his squad. Richard on the other side, he's scouted out by Tyrande, so Skigum, he's gonna have to come over and play game as well. Mid lane, it's French up against Sparky. That's a wet noodle fight if you've ever seen it for now. And up top, it's Junkrat playing against Diablo, working on that lane. Both turrets are taken. Next camp that is available that these teams are going to be concerned of is a support camp. Neither team going to start it yet. So mid lane, we're going to see these teams set up, try to just continue the soak to level 4, and it should be just about even as Leoric is free in the bottom lane. There's level 4 for both teams picked up. Those talents clicking in on your screen right now. And Zarya, keep an eye on her. Going into her Demolitions Expert, picks up Speed Barrier at level 4. So that should really help get some heroes out of these fights and potentially into these fights as well. French playing a hero you just don't see too often in the form of that Zarya, but can really be a beast on these control points, which we do see control point alpha spawning in 30 seconds. And early advantage in XP, very slight, however, in favor of Texas A&M. We'll see who can get this support camp. Neither team looking at it yet, but here comes Pridestark Gaming. Sparky has it scouted out on that Johanna, but can they get enough support here? There's a concussion mine thrown on the point. Going to try to boot back everyone on there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. See if it pops. It does. No one was knocked away by it. Johanna standing on the point, popped the Iron Skin. Big stun coming from Tyrande, but too little, too late. Support camp taken, instantly dropped as that biotic emitter, and the first blood of the game handed over to Pridestark Gaming. They have the advantage heading into control point alpha, moving on the points Yrel, Lily, and Zarya. And with that, Pridestark Gaming potentially on their way to getting the first Trigot Protector of the game, which, as you know, can really set up teams for success here on Volskaya Foundry. Up top, you do see Junkrat clearing out the remainder of this camp. Texas A&M just grabbed theirs. It's approaching from the western side of this map as Johanna has respawned. Sparky is here. Sonic Arrow going to reveal where these heroes are on the point, but no one moving on yet. Still waiting for their level 7 talents. Leoric soaking down on the bottom. They're getting what they can up top and at mid. And with level 7s, here we go. We should be able to see a fight break out here. I think the turret is still available on Yrel, but they're going to find another one. Skigum dropping low with his trait, ripping through this second turret for Pridestark Gaming. Tyrande and Hanzo going to work on a second as well over here for Texas A&M. Moving back on the point, though, ahead in the game here is Pridestark. Hollis up front, throwing out one of those fire stomps, revealing where everyone is. But back in the fight is Hanzo. Tyrande not too far behind. And here we go, level 7 talents. Equal on both sides. It's only one turret for Pridestark Gaming, 2 for Texas A&M as they're being dropped. The one for Pridestark has been destroyed. Diablo falling low. Hollis very low. Sparky's in here, getting a 4-man condemn. But with Leoric backing out, it actually ends up being a 5v4 in favor of Pridestark. They get the kill onto Johanna. Tithel backing up. Richard Gere, he's low. And Mizono gets the final swipe along with those turrets. Staying a bit too long. That time was Richard. Pay with his life. Johanna back up in 5, but Pridestark not giving up on this point. Turret still up. They are going to be destroyed, but low health bars, and Hanzo getting value from these scatter arrows. Already finished. Simple geometry at level 1. Looking to finish off anyone here. Tithel low. Skigum low. But when Skigum's low, that means the damage is coming out from Zul'jin. Mizono very low as the backup. Looking for supporting from Toronto, who's low on mana. Hollis still here on the front line, trying to hold the point as long as he can, but this is an overtime situation. Skigum has to back out. French too low on Zarya to do anything. Tithel still in here on Urel, and this is where Triple Warrior might cost you because they just don't have a lot of damage coming out from Assassins, but Skigum trying to provide what he can on that Zul'jin. Concussion Mine spreading all the members of Pridestark, and Tithel falls. Texas A&M finds a kill, looking for more now on Zarya. Richard Gere falls. French could be next, but a miss there by Edgardo GL cost him the kill, but he makes up for it on that Zul'jin. And the first Triglav Protector of the game is handed over to Texas A&M. All right, so move the chat. Let me see if I can do that for you. I don't even know how to do that, actually. Is there a button here? I don't think you can move it as the observer. Not on this thing, whatever it is. Sorry about that. But here we go. Triglav Protector up top, working on the wall, gets it down. Well, still here. It should be easily destroyed. Yes, it is. And they still have 30 seconds and over 50% health on this Triglav. They get some damage in on this fort, but it's just taking too much counter siege from Skigum in that fort because no minions were present. So they're going to regroup, back up just a bit. Level 10 talents are here. Those are on your screen. Riptire, Entomb, Blessed Shield, Starfall. Skigum, the focus of that Triglav. But here it comes. Starfall dropping out from Toronto. They get the concussion mine on Hollis. He's stuck behind a wall. Fire Stomp going to give him some health back. Space Bacon, he's the support in a horrible spot. He ends up falling. Riptire going to disengage the fight. And it ends up being a great counter kill there by Pridestark Gaming, and now they're able to take away the biotic emitter as well. A huge swing for them. They protect all of their forts. And apparently, they're not done in this set. They are down 1-0. They were down that first Triglav, but they're not giving up. They're staying in this as long as they can. They're going to get all the items set up that they want. Control point B top is next, and usually whoever can get that has a pretty dominant footing in the matchup. But so far, I don't think the Triglav got nearly as much as Texas A&M probably wanted. So still a pretty good spot for Pridestark. The XP is close to even. I wouldn't say it's that much of an advantage right now for Texas A&M. So still anyone's game as Pridestark, they're advancing here at mid, trying to push out with this Zarya, although not getting a lot of energy as French, not able to sustain that push. So they're going to back up and continue rotations, trying to maintain that level. Reach level 13 in time for control point B. Urel down bottom up against Mizono, who we've seen Mizono in the past play so much Blaze. This is one of my first looks at Mizono on Leoric in a while. And thus far, I'd imagine he's getting enough value that it hasn't been an issue. We'll see how it plays out towards the later half of this game. Of course, we got to see that Entomb mixed up with the Riptire will be a classic combination, becoming an instant classic at least, between these two heroes, Junkrat and Leoric. 13 almost here for Texas A&M. Still a half level away as Pridestark Gaming. But they're going to find some damage here on this top fort with a siege camp here. They got their Zarya with some energy this time. Of course, Zul'jin, their main siege component, he's here as well. And with this tower down, they should be able to reach level 13 very close. Need the second one as well. They should be able to get it, but a concussion mine puts Hollis over the wall. He avoids the lunar flare, but very low. Blessed Shield coming out. Hollis, 300 health, still surviving the Dragon's Arrow. Not enough to secure that kill, but they do, however, bait out that biotic emitter, which will not be able to be used on control point B. A tremendous pickup there for Texas A&M. But with talents, even Richard Gere getting booped over, stunned out by Taronda, has speed, as well as that speed shield from Zarya. Richard's safe. There's the Divine Aegis, or sorry, what's that called? Sacred Ground from Yrel. Usually you're seeing that Ardent Defender. I always forget it's called Sacred Ground. But we've made it here to control point B, and currently in control is Pridestark, and playing it slow is Texas A&M, rotating down to the fortification camp. They want to get a turret. They want to have some sort of advantage on this control point. Plenty of time left. Only 35% channeled so far for Pridestark. Tithel, he's out. Going the wrong way on a conveyor belt. Getting slowed. Has the hops. Taronda now booping him away. But here comes Johanna. Has the blessed shield, but the team says, nah, this turret is a little more important right now. Don't chase down that Yrel kill. They get the turret. They have two, but can they make it all the way to the top in time? Only 20% channel left, and here's Pridestark on the biotic emitter trying to get that. Everyone leaves control point B, so enough time now for Texas A&M to make a play here. Concussion mine on the point. Moving forward is Mizono. Moving forward is Johanna. Entomb onto 4. Here's the Riptire. Blasting open these health bars. It's a triple kill. Make it a quad. Tithel the only one alive. And it's gonna be a mega kill for Texas A&M. They swing this game wide open. So close to level 16. They can walk on control point B. Work down the fort. What an Entomb from Mizono, making the play, and the captain, hello, with the Riptire, decimating the health bars of Pridestark Gaming. A 2-level lead. 9-3 is the kill count. Hanzo with 4 of them. And Texas A&M has put their foot down as they work on these structures, hanging out in the middle of the map. 40, almost 50% channeled as all the members of Pridestark are respawning. They gotta look for a fight, but they're down the talent here. They're still down 2 full levels, and Texas A&M not scared. They're gonna stand up on this point, still holding on to 4 turrets. Absolutely impenetrable wall of these fortification camp turrets right now that Pridestark has no chance of going past. So Triglav Protector handed over. And here come Texas A&M top lane, looking for the first keep of the game. Will they be able to get it is the question. There's been a lot of counter siege so far. That first Triglav didn't get through a fort. We'll see what they can do here. Wall already under assault as all 5 members of Texas A&M are here. 2 towers down, the wall's down, waiting on some minions to show up to help soak some of these keep shots. But this is a 4-man defense. Yrel, she's in the bottom lane trying to soak 16. Triglav pushing forward, whiffing a bit on that laser beam. Skigum dropping his health. And here comes the Triglav, ready to go onto this keep. Lightning Breath pushing them right back out. Still 30 seconds left, so they can play patient. They can play the slow game here and just continue throwing these ranged abilities out. And try to get down as much as they can. Switching out members now. Junkrat hopping in with Johanna. Continuing this onslaught. Here's that laser beam. Still trying to get it. Minigun on the keep, and it is gonna fall. Patient play from Texas A&M to not force it. They end up getting the keep down just below 14 minutes here on Volskaya Foundry as Pridestark trying to push them back the other way. They get their level 16's counter engagement with that Dragon's Arrow, and Zul'jin's down. Here's the Riptire looking to knock back whoever they can find. It's going to be Richard. He's down. A double kill for Texas A&M. Hollis in trouble. It's a triple. Texas A&M looking for the game. Hollis calling GG in chat as all of Texas A&M are able to push forward. Yrel here in defense. Turrets being dropped onto the core, shredding through the shields. And that's all she wrote. Texas A&M are going to advance on to the heroic Division Grand Finals. All right, guys. You saw it. Texas A&M winning it over Pridestark Gaming 2-0 in the semifinals. Outstanding play from them here on Volskaya Foundry. Looked dicey for a minute. Early Triglov looked like it was going to be handed over to Pridestark, but a huge swing. The mega kill all but sealed it during control point B around that biotic emitter, the support camp. And congratulations, huge congratulations to Texas A&M. I'm going to see if I can get any of these guys in for an interview. Hang tight. Looks like we do have Mizono and Space Bacon, so let's jump into this. Gentlemen, congratulations on the 2-0 victory tonight over Pridestark.
Thanks,
man.
So first things first, obviously myself and our viewers did not get to watch Cursed Hollow, so if you could, give us as much as you can remember about what happened and fill us in on the details.
So draft-wise, we had Raynor, Li Ming, Urel, Diablo, and Tyrande. And Pridestark had Tyrael, Gul'dan, Whitemane, Blaze, and Maev. So Pridestark had the much stronger team fight there, with both Blaze and Gul'dan, like, really just being able to put out a lot of damage onto us. But we had better pick potential, and then also better boss race with Raynor and Li Ming. So we basically just tried to play the macro game. Early on, we got a lot of camps out that sort of forced Gul'dan to go off in wave clear because he was their really only wave clear. And we went even on some of the first tributes. We got the first curse and pushed really hard with that. I think we also, we got the curse and then we got a boss and pushed down top keep with that. And then after that, it was really just a matter of letting our macro pressure force them to put their Gul'dan into the lane with the catapults that also had our siege camp pushing down it, and then we would either look for picks or just look to get another curse off that. And then we got another curse, got another boss at some point in there, and really just avoided team fights. I think there was one real big team fight where they got off a really good fear on a lot of us, and they were able to kill our Li Ming because like 3 out of the 4 of our backline were all feared. So Diablo went in, and then almost everyone on the backline got feared, and they killed Li Ming, but then we were able to just continue to follow up on it.
Yeah, we were up a talent tier, I think, at that point.
Yeah, and then also we were up a talent tier.
We just, so we just kind of used that momentum, kept pressure on them, and didn't really give them a good win condition was the main goal.
So they opted to give you guys the map selection, Volskaya Foundry. What's the thought process on bringing us to Volskaya, a map that plays far differently from Cursed Hollow, which we've seen you guys prioritize over these past 2 rounds in the playoffs?
Volskaya, that's been our map historically that we've liked a lot. Cursed Hollow is kind of the map that we've been picking up recently. So really we feel very comfortable on both those maps. We feel like we have a strategy that works well for our team on those, and Cursed is the newer map that we're now working on in recent weeks.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys also played a tiebreaker match against Pridestark Gaming leading into the playoffs, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did, yeah.
And you guys obviously won that to take the number 2 seed.
Yes.
Is this just a team you guys feel like you have their number? Or is it just you feel like you're just getting the better of these drafts? Like, how are we seeing Texas A&M be so dominant up against Pridestark?
I mean, they definitely had us for a while back when we first started playing. I feel like they were really good against us, and we just kind of buckled down and fixed what we had. And we kind of just watch out for their drafts now, I think, more so.
I mean, let's not get this wrong. Pridestark Gaming, this is a quality team. And by no means is a pushover, especially they enter this playoffs as a number 3 seed, but it just seems to me like you guys have their number right now, able to take the 2-0 tonight. You won that play-in game or the playoff tiebreaker game. Yeah. It feels like Texas A&M with the 2-0 last week over Bad Manners as well. You guys are on an absolute tear right now.
Yeah, we are. All except for the tiebreaker game, all of those games we felt really in control of. The tiebreaker game, and the reason why, the fact that you say we really have Pridestark's number sounds not quite right to me. They like to pull out a lot of really weird stuff. As you can see, like here, they had Zarya and Zul'jin.
And Lily.
And Lily.
Triple tank, like it was weird.
And triple tank and Sacred Ground Urel and just all kinds of weird stuff. And that really threw us off in the tiebreaker match. I guess I won't say too much, but they had a Cho'Gall. And that really
and we're historically bad against Cho'Gall, so
yeah, we're actually really worried with you streaming because we have a terrible win rate up against Cho'Gall, specifically when it's streamed.
Well, I'll tell you, because chat was saying Cho'Gall during the draft. They were worried about it too.
They know.
They know. And shout out to chat for you guys popping in here. I know it was a late match. I know it was game 2 and we missed game 1. Thank you to you guys who showed up. But let's talk a bit about game number 2, Volskaya Foundry. You guys stuck a little closer to the meta than we saw Pridestark. Obviously, we already mentioned the triple warrior with the Lily and the Zul'jin. What's the decision point on the Leo versus the Malthael up against that Urel? Is it simply just get that Entomb for the Riptire, or what was the thought process there?
I think for me, I played against a Leo recently that went Drain build, and it really sucked for me as both of our tanks. It was just kind of dreadful, and when we saw 3 warriors, I don't really like Malthael, and to be honest, my Malthael is not very good, but my Leo is... I felt more comfortable on Leo, and I wanted to try out the Drain build, so I got the permission from Hello, and we just went with it. I think Leo was stronger there than Malthael too, because I think we wanted more frontline.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it makes sense.
The Entomb, the Entomb follow-up too, which is what we had with Arrow and Junkrat's ult, is just kind of nasty.
Well, I pray someone got the clip at the support camp. The Entomb on 4, the Riptire on 4, the Mega Kill. That's what won the game right there. So it makes sense after you see it play like that.
Yeah, that was spicy.
Very spicy. So let's look forward. You guys obviously are going to get a week off during round 3 of our playoffs. The Heroic Storm and Division E all get a week off. But you guys are heading to the grand finals of Nexus Gaming Series Season 5 Heroic Division. First off, how does that bit feel?
It feels great. Last season we got knocked out in the first round, and we didn't really even feel great about how we played there. So it's really nice that we have, 1, made it this far, and 2, that like we still feel confident making it this far. I still think that we're like you said, we're on a tear, and I think we're going to keep that up.
So go ahead.
It feels comfortable. Just kind of where we're at and how we're playing. I think our last 2 sets were pretty clean, and I don't think we were really panicking at any point, which is really cool. Good feeling to have.
So let's look ahead. Your 2 potential opponents. No shade, Regen Black looking good. Those are my boys. And your other potential opponent, Offensive Gaming. Of these 2, first off, who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win? And ultimately, like, what's the practice regimen going into this match to prepare for either of these teams?
Well, first off, I'm pretty sure Regen Black's going to win. We played them early on in our season. I think like first or second week this season. And we weren't playing great, but also every mistake we made, they really just capitalized. Yeah, they ran right through us. So I definitely think they're going to be there.
I really want Regen Black to win just because I want to play them again, just to see like where we're at up against them, because they're a really good team. And I know that we kind of got messed up by them when we played against them the first time, and I just want to see where we're at now against them.
I like the mentality. You want to be able to face the team you feel is the best in the matchup, so your championship, if you get it, feels the best. Yeah. So I think that's honestly a stand-up way to look at it. Now, second half of that question, how do you prepare for a potential matchup up against who might be Regen Black?
Well, we're gonna keep We're continuing to participate in the Heroes of the Dorm preseason right now. So we have some, even like this upcoming weekend, even though it's off for NGS, we still have some more like real games with at least something on the line, not just scrims. So we're going to keep doing that. We've been trying out some new things. I won't say anything too specific, but we've been definitely trying to find our thing that isn't just, okay, we're going to play all the meta heroes. Something that's off meta, but still something that we feel as comfortable with as we do with the meta stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think we just got to keep grinding out games to just get rid of our dumb mistakes that we still make every once in a while. And that's just something that we've been working on, and I think that's the answer for us. I think we have good drafts. I think it's just getting consistent. If we can stay calm when we're playing against them because we know they're good, I think we have a good chance.
And of course, we have a couple changes coming to some heroes. Plenty of time to get practice on them before the big matchup. Guys, again, huge congratulations from me. A 2-0, very impressive wins tonight over a very formidable opponent, Pridestark Gaming. Hats off to those boys on a season well played. But before I let you guys go, you know the drill. The shout out time is here. The floor is yours. We'll start off with Mizono.
I want to shout out Pridestark, man. They're fun. They're really cool. They're fun to play against. They're always good spirited, have some jokes for us. So I enjoy playing against them a lot. So, and outside of that, just esports org and our team, and more Blaze skins still, because I still don't have Blaze skins. So. All right,
Space Bacon, you got anything?
Yeah, nothing really to add. I was definitely gonna say Pridestark because they're always a fun team to scrim, and also I feel like they've been pretty instrumental in us sort of shoring up our weakness to weird stuff. They've certainly thrown enough weird stuff at us, and I think that's really helped us grow. And then also like our team, we've been putting in the work to grow. So yeah, shout out to our team. And again, esports org, Texas A&M. We're playing in Dorm right now. Not sure if those are going to get cast. So I'd shout out to look for a stream if it exists.
Hey, I'm not sponsored by any universities yet. Looking for a potential meetup with some dorm teams. So if you're looking for a cast, let me know. I can try to hop on.
That'd be cool.
But hey, you guys take the time, study up. I wish you the best of luck in those grand finals. I, of course, will be casting along with my good buddy Ragnarok. So stay tuned. All of you guys on Twitch, it's going to be an amazing grand finals. Excited to have Texas A&M be a part of it. That's all we have for the show tonight. I'm your host, Murda. You know me. Find me on Twitter, at MurdaRG, of course, here on Twitch, twitch.tv/MurdaRG. Joining us for this interview, the off lane for Texas A&M Mizono and the support player for Texas A&M Space Bacon. They took the 2-0 over Pridestark Gaming. Until next time, I'm Murda signing off. See ya in the Nexus.